Hello, it's the one and only God Johnny. 5D attraction. We're here, and in this episode, we're gonna talk about something really important. And so, number one, I just want to touch on the fact that 90% of women are attracted to 10% of men, meaning the 10% are the ones that really are triggering that high level of attraction in her. And I think where a lot of us go wrong is we focus on getting the girl instead of focusing on being the 10%, because it's like cause and effect. If I want to get the girl and I know that the girl is going to be attracted to the 10%, if I make myself the 10%, then I can get the girl, But of course, you don't want to just. That's what I think is beautiful. I feel as though that's the beauty of attraction, is that men and women for one another, or if you're a woman that dates women or a man that dates men, whatever, whoever you're attracted to triggers the motivation to want to be more survival in the world, so that you can have a partner. And what I mean by that is, you're gonna work out more if you want to do that. You're gonna do certain things that are gonna actually benefit you by just because you want to attract women or attract somebody. You're gonna look better, hold yourself up to a certain standard, smell better, things like that. So attraction really serves as an agent to bring the best out of humanity, and it's through competition that we try to make ourselves better. Just like in nature, animals compete to mate. And in our case, it's a similar thing going on. And that's what breeds competition. And, there's some guys that talk that, women are the reason why all these men have these fancy cars and this lifestyle, and men are competing is to really because of women, really. It's like they're doing it really for the girl more than themselves. Like, what's the point of having that sports car if you can't get those benefits with it, right? Of course, the guys are gonna look like, oh, that's a dope car, but there's an element to it, So that's what some people think. But there's a few things I want to touch on here. Number one is the fact that the majority of women are attracted to a certain archetype, and that's why you see in nature that's why players exist. That's why attractive guys have options, and you'll see a bunch of women competing for one guy, but there'll be a bunch of orbiters around her. And it's like, for the woman, it's not a matter of, oh, she can't get a guy. It's a matter of she can't get the guy she wants, right? So it's now going from, she's not just satisfied with having a guy that's nice and that's friendly and that has all these intangible qualities that are good. It's that she wants a certain guy. And the question is, that's where all the problems come from. And that's the only reason why you saw certain content creators with platforms that had so many views and so many women going on their platform to learn, because that shows you how much hypergamy and women have a desire naturally to be with a quote unquote high value guy, to the point that they'll learn whatever they need to learn to do it because that's what they want. So now let's go to another aspect. I'm here to actually tell y'all that it's a lot easier to be a 1 to 10% type of guy in the game of attraction than it seems like, because we all know, like, okay, every woman's different, every guy's different, everyone is turned on to different things. So I can't give you one archetype of what a 10%er is. I wouldn't even tell you, oh, it's to do with a lot of money and a lot of status and everything like that. But that stuff helps. But I'm here to show you that it's not even about all of that. Because let's take it to the basics. You may not, okay, let's say on the big platform, you got Salma Hayek. Most men would look at Salma Hayek, especially in her prime, and even now, is beautiful, right? Gorgeous. So overall is most people will find her attractive as a woman. And as a man, I'm sure most women would find Brad Pitt in his prime as attractive. So that lets you know that there's archetypes that most people can look at and say, okay, that's that they have 10% of qualities, 1% of qualities, right? Especially when you add in the fact that they have wealth and resources and things. Now, I'm here to show you how easy it is to be the Salma Hayek of your environment if you're a woman. And or if you're a guy, that's the Brad Pitt. You can be the Brad Pitt of your environment. You don't have to necessarily, that's what I'm saying. No, if you live, let's say, in your local town, or you work at a restaurant, or you work at a job, you may be the Brad Pitt of your job. I'm gonna show you like how easy it is to be the Brad Pitt of your environment, and get the Salma Hayek of your environment, because, that's what it's about, right? So look at how easy it is. Okay, let's say we got 100 guys, and you want to be a 1%er, in terms of being a 1%er or a 10%er, I'd say 10%. How you end up in the top 10%? Number one, all it takes essentially is, first and foremost, how many people get weeded off when we talk about physique? Now, just by being in good shape, if you step outside, most guys aren't in the best of shape. So already that takes off like 50% of guys. I mean, if you go out there and look, how many guys are actually in decent shape? Looks like they go to the gym, work out. So just alone by working out, you already separate yourself from a bunch of people, or being in decent shape. That already separates yourself from a bunch of people. Now let's take it to the next point. Okay, so now let's say there's 5 guys left. We just got 5 guys off the board. Just because you're in decent shape. Now let's say you dress well and you smell good, when you go out. Now that takes off like 30. That takes off like 3 dudes right there. Like, how many dudes dress really well and they're in good shape? Let's say that leaves 30% of guys after that. So we got 700. We got 70 guys off the board that really dress well and that are in good shape when we step outside. Okay, now, and just to be fair, let's say we take off 40 guys that are in good shape. Let's say we take off 30 guys that dress well. That leaves 30%. So I guess where we was at. All right. Next, how many men actually approach women and go smack, or actually approach and talk to women and communicate it to see a girl they like, opening conversation, that dress well and that are in good shape? Now you're down to 10% already. We just weeded off 80 dudes off the board, because I'll tell you right now, 80 to 90 dudes off the board, because when I go outside, I don't see that many guys that dress well, that are in good shape, and that approach, right? But let's just keep going. Let's just say, well, come on, bro, my area, there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of guys in good shape. You might be in high school where there's a lot of kids in good shape that dress well. You might go to a rich school that approach women. So let's say there's still more. Okay. Well, out of that group of people, right, how many of them have status? Okay. Status is that next level, and now that really puts you in there. But I don't even want to depend on status. I just want to go back to the foundations. By just dressing well, smelling good, being in good shape, and approaching women, you're already in the top 10 to 20% of men. That easy. So now when we talk about money and status, my whole thing is, what's the point of having money if you don't dress well and you're not in good shape? At that point, women are just they're not attracted to you. They're just dealing with you transactionally. But let's say you're in great shape, you dress really well, you approach women, but you're an attractive guy, but you don't have a lot of money. They're still attracted to you. So that's what I'm saying. So they're gonna rock with you before the dude with a lot of money, because he has to communicate he has a lot of money beforehand, and that's an art form. Just because you got money don't mean you can dress, So that's what I'm saying. It's like, it don't mean you're sharp either. And then the last thing I'll say, good personality. If you have a cool personality, like you're a cool dude, forget status. So now, how many people dress well, smell well, dress well and smell good, stay in good shape, especially if you have a really good physique. I mean, you're killing the game at that point. But let's just say you're a guy in good shape, dresses well, smells good, approaches women that he finds attractive, okay? And then let's say he's a smooth guy with good communication. That puts you in the 10%. That's what every girl's going out there looking for, a guy that dresses well, smells good, in good shape, good personality, that's confident. You're getting all of those. That puts you as a 10% dude. So it's not like this illustrious millionaires that are having all the women. It's that guy. That's the guy that's always winning. And I just want to highlight that those qualities are something that we all can easily attain. That those are things that we can control. I can't make your face look better, or you can't just automatically, you might not have the cutest face. You might not be in the best physique, but you know where you can go to get those. Like, all it takes is you go to the gym. If you start going to the mall and get you a few pieces, you get you some cologne, you really start to approach and watch these videos, and anybody that wants coaching, holla at me. As a coach, all the people I work with in coaching just kill the fucking game. I'm gonna get some people to do some testimonials. This shit is just a wrap. But when it comes to coaching, I love that. I just love how easy it is. There's just certain things you gotta know, and approaching is really so important. You want to be in the state where you're not dependent on online game. You want to be able to go out in the world and get them. Because like I said in one of my past videos, just by approaching her, she's feeling your masculine energy, which is just making her feel more feminine energy, which is making her become more attracted to you. Just by you approaching her, she already feels attraction because you're making her feel a little nervous and puts her more in a submissive frame. And it's an energy thing. It feels like she's responding to your power, and polarity creates attraction. So it's this polarity that's taking place between y'all, because it's two strangers talking. So it's this polarity energy, and then but that turns into attraction. Once you're like, okay, nice to meet you, I'll see you later. Sometimes girls won't even give you their number, but when you leave, they'll be like, wow, they feel attraction for you, because that was just caught them off guard. So long story short, it's much easier to be a 10% man than it seems. And I'll tell you right now, it's these 10% of guys that are doing these things that I just told you that they're getting all the women. Because guess what the 90% of men are doing? 90% of men just aren't doing none of that stuff. They're just living their life. And then the other 90% of women are just like dealing with this 90%, having power and control, and then they run across you, and then they remember what attraction is, and you got them. So that's game for y'all. It's springtime, man. It's beautiful out. It's time to take advantage of this shit. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. Got a lot of videos to do for y'all. And make sure to get on the Patreon. And if you want any personal coaching, or if you want to ask any questions for me to respond to, I love questions, feel free to reach out to your 5D transformations at gmail.com. Once again, that's your 5D transformations at gmail.com. Make sure to talk soon. Peace.